Hi, it's Carrie. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to build searches in PubMed. There are lots of different ways to do it. There's no right or wrong way. You might want to view my video on building robust searches in PubMed prior to viewing this one. Everything will make a lot more sense. I talked about concept-based searching, which is the way that I prefer to search. And the example that I used was rehabilitation for total knee replacement patients. So let's just start with building a search here in the main search box. If we were to do concept-based searching, working from this main search box, we would build each concept one at a time. So we might say total knee replacement or total knee arthroplasty or TKA. And notice that I put my terms in quotes to turn off automatic term mapping and to search these words as a phrase. So that's just my first concept. I want everything that's related to TKA or let's say TKR, and then I'll click search. And that's our first concept, and we got 19,850 results. The next thing that we'll do is go back to the PubMed homepage and build a second concept, which would be words related to rehabilitation. Rehab, or physiotherapy, or physical therapy, or occupational therapy, so on and so forth, and then we will click search. And that's our second concept, 583,000 results. None of these are related to TKR at the moment. So we want to go back into now advanced, and we'll see our search history here, and we can combine these two concepts with and. So we're going to hover on the ellipses, click add query, and then the next one we'll click the ellipses, add with and. And guess what? I noticed that I spelled arthroplasty wrong, so we can edit it right here. So see that it's nested my concepts in parentheses. So we have parenthesis, total knee replacement, end parenthesis, and open parenthesis, rehab, end parenthesis, click search. 3,934 results. Don't forget that you can use these limits on the left to make further limits to the search. So that's one way. The next way would be to start in advanced. So we'll start here, and there are fields here that you can choose. So let's say we wanted to look in the title abstract, or let's say we wanted to look in mesh terms. So we could say mesh term, total knee replacement. It's going to make some suggestions. We'll choose that. Now we can only look for the mesh term at this point. We'll click add. And then we can go to title and abstract and enter our additional keywords. So total knee replacement to get anything that might have that term but not a mesh term attached to it, or total knee arthroplasty, or TKA, or TKR. And in this case, we're going to say add with or. So add with or. We want any of these terms. Okay, so it's building it out for us, and we can click search. And again, this isn't relevant to us yet, so we'll come back to advanced, and now we'll build our concept for rehabilitation. So I'll just start with the mesh term here. We'll say rehabilitation. Let's just go with that. And let's say physical therapy. Maybe there's a mesh term for physical therapy. That says modality. Let's see what happens. We'll add with or. We can add some additional keywords here. So we want to change this to title abstract. Occupational therapy. You could do this word by word, or you can just continue to type here. Physiotherapy or rehab or rehabilitation, okay? And we'll say or. Okay, so that's our second concept. Rehab mesh term, physical therapy mesh term, title and abstract, searches, and we'll click search. And these aren't relevant to us yet because they don't have anything to do with knee replacement. So we'll go back into advanced and we can combine these two. Add query, add with and. Everything is appropriately combined up here. It's a little messy, but it will work. We'll click search. And here we get 3,663 results, and they're looking pretty good. Now, there's a misconception sometimes that mesh terms can be anything you want, and that's not true. Mesh terms are predefined. So I want to see what happened with our search, and I'll click on the details chevron, and we'll see that my entry for total knee replacement mesh terms mapped to the correct mesh term for arthroplasty, replacement, knee. And same for rehabilitation and physical therapy mapped to the correct mesh term. So it doesn't matter how we enter our mesh terms. It is smart enough to map to the correct mesh term in most cases, but you are always going to want to check. Okay, there's one more way that you can build concept-based searching. Let's go back to the home page by clicking on the logo. And this time I'll navigate to the mesh database. And we will look for our terms here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. That's ankle. Let's say knee. Here we go. So we can search for the right mesh term. We get it. Okay. We can add a search builder and we can type our terms here, TKA or TKR or total knee replacement. A lot of typing, right? Total knee arthroplasty. So I thought it would be helpful for you to see how I do this in lots of different cases, just so you have some examples to follow. We'll click Search PubMed. That's our first concept. We will come back to the PubMed homepage. We're going to ignore this for now. Go back to the mesh database and look for the second concept, rehabilitation. And you don't have to use just one mesh term. You can use multiple mesh terms. You can use no mesh terms. Let's just click some. We'll say or. And we'll build our search concept right here in the PubMed search builder. So physiotherapy or rehabilitation or physical therapy or occupational therapy or sometimes even rehab, right? Search PubMed. There's our second concept. We'll go to advanced. We'll combine our last two, which we built from the PubMed search builder. So click on the ellipses, add query, click on the second search ellipses, add with and. Now you can have more than two concepts. It's totally up to you. We'll click search. And there we get our 3,814 results. So you see these all had different results just based on small tweaks to the search. Let's go to advanced. So here's our first one, which was typing it in the search box. We had 3,934 results. Then we built it from the PubMed search builder. We had 3,663 results. And then we built it from the mesh database's PubMed search builder, 3,814 results. That might have been due to the way that I typed in the terms. Maybe I used some different terms, but that's basically how you do it. Now I lied. I said this was the last way you could build the search, but there is one more way, and that is if you are someone who does a lot of searching, you might want to just put it in a Word document. So here we have the mesh term for knee replacement, some keywords, and remember that these are field tags for title abstract. The concept for rehabilitation, this is a subheading. Title abstract fields, you can copy this whole thing. You can go back to PubMed. You can just paste it here. Click search. 4,302 results. Or you can just X out, start with a clear search box, paste it here, and click search. So those are a couple of different ways you can build your concepts out in PubMed through the main search box, through the advanced search feature, which is under the search box, through the PubMed's Mesh database search builder, and finally just in a Word document if you know what you're doing and you're confident in your search. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.